Excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game.
And they prove that they know how to beat this team. We saw that in the first meeting. Can they make it a clean sweep on the season series? We'll find out tonight.
Well, watching the film from their first meeting, I think they have some matchups they really like. They'll try to go back to those tonight.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Pass to George. 3 on the clock. Embiid wide open. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Well, Greg, we know at his speed, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Young drives in. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And the three ball is good.
Listen, when he entered the league, DiVincenzo was not a great three-point shooter, but he certainly worked himself into it.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same, but can he hold off Father Time?
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Pass to Embiid. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Out to Porzingis. Young with no one around. It's good from long range. Young's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Fires from deep. Embiid, no good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Porzingis. Launches it. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
Here's Maxey. Takes it off the glass. Maxey's got his second basket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Here's Young. After the made shot from Joel Embiid. Young. Some solid defense from Maxey. The 76ers trailed by 6. Maxey on the wing. .112 left to play in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Pass to DiVincenzo. To the middle. The kick out to Young. Over Edgecombe. Young's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That is his first foul of the game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels outside. Back to DiVincenzo. The tray hits it from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got his third bucket of the night.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Back to Maxey. Second chance shot. Off with the layup. Dante DiVincenzo. He's been the guy making things happen for the
Timberwolves, 17.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving. And I like the aggressiveness inside from Edgecombe. Sometimes you have to fight through all those long limbs and find your way.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Bona. Just 3 to shoot. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Outside, Barrett. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers trailed by 3. In the corner, George with it. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. So it's the Timberwolves now. And Barrett gets it to go.
And what I love about Barrett in transition, he can change directions at full speed.
Outside, George. Pass to Bona. Back to George. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
From deep, Reeves. And it's Bona with the rebound. And one way players look to expand their game, add in counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Pass to Bona. And it's all evened up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Takes it inside to the inside. Here's Johnson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Flexing some muscle on that bucket. Johnson doesn't mind getting physical.
There's the pick. Pass to McCain. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. McCain's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia. Left side, Barrett. Reeves outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the 76ers with possession. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Close one. Porzingis with the block.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. Good on both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Fleming. Down low. And here's Edwards. He has yet to score. 4 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Now into the lineup, your 76er. Number 5.
Timberwolves trail. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. And Philadelphia making a change here. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
Young, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Three-pointer. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. Now here's McDaniels. From outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. McDaniels got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Maxey attacking. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back over to you.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some fun.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
George sets a screen. Here's Maxey. Sinks that one from the post. Maxey's got 10.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. And Philadelphia making a change here.
Now into the lineup for your 76er. Number 5.
Here's Maxey. 10 points for him. Pass to Embiid. For the tie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
That one drops. He ties it up.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Here's Fleming. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Philadelphia. Vanderbilt with it. Maxey covering. Back to DiVincenzo. Drives to the hoop. And here's Porzingis. Up top for Vanderbilt. Outside, George. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Some changes for Minnesota. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Bona. Here's Edgecombe. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. They now take the lead. McCain's got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Johnson outside. And a miss there on the triple. Now Edgecombe to the middle. Bona hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. Now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead. Outside Barrett. .135 left in the third quarter. Reeves outside. Clock at 4. Over McCain. Reeves can't hit. Edgecombe with it. There's the screen. Softly drops in the floater. And the 76ers lead by 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
On the wing, Reeves hits the three-point bomb. Reeves has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Bona. Johnson with the rebound.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. For Minnesota, they had made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Look, we know R.J. Barrett can score, but I like the improvement he's shown defensively over the course of his career. He has put in the effort.
Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Bona, covered by Okongwu.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Left side, Edwards. Gets it off. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as...
Minnesota, 37.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. To take the lead. And Embiid with the block.
What a rejection by Embiid in close. He saw him coming and got there to deny it.
That's a jump ball.
Here's Grimes. The three from George. Connects from three-point range. George has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Philadelphia. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Okongwu, no good on the free throw.
Well, when you watch Onyeka Okongwu, he's a guy who rebounds, scores, improves his game, and he's still got a lot of room to grow.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So both teams making some changes here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Philadelphia moving the ball around. So they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Up top, Maxey. 5 to shoot. Outside, George. Embiid from outside.
Listen, guys, just on his length alone, Porzingis poses a lot of problems as a defender.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Now, here is Young. Outside, Porzingis. The basket good off the assist from Young. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
A big man with big-time range. Porzingis is a legit threat from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Fleming. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
This is the kind of selfless leader Maxey is. He knows how important it is to share the ball.
Cleared away by George.
Seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Shot clock at 6. A huge two-handed slam.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And there's the 3.
Hey, you need a bucket? Who you going to call? They've got Young on speed dial.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Young looking it over. Porzingis with the ball. George picks him up. McDaniel. Trained from outside.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
The Timberwolves trail. And here's Young. Puts it up. Connects with the J.
Yeah, Young is unflappable in the biggest moments.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. George up top. Now Maxey. Here's Fleming. McDaniels pulls it down. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. They lead by 1. Trae Young, and down goes the three.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edgecombe with it, and Young picks him up defensively. That's in there.
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And George, here we go. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the three. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way. And well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Now, Vanderbilt. Young outside. With the shot. Got it to go.
Yeah, and we've come to expect this from Young. He fills it up in so many different ways.
He gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Young with the ball. And stolen by Maxey. Here's Bona. Outside George. They set the screen. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Young outside. On the clock. Now DiVincenzo from outside. The three goes down.
Well, with each season in the NBA, DiVincenzo has worked to increase his rate.
Now George. Now Grimes.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Young outside. Here's McDaniel. Porzingis fires. Vanderbilt. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So both teams changing it up here. first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. Outside Jordan. And he hits the jumper.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And outside, from deep. Here's Okongwu. Now Vanderbilt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young. Good.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Target pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but doesn't have to be a heat.
He made it!
Oh, it is cold-blooded.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Unreal. What a finish. Nothing better than a buzzer-beating 3 to win.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I